Hey, what's up? I'm Nate, and I wanted to show you how to season cast iron. So here I have a lid. I already did the pans. And if you have a lid like mine with a plastic top, make sure you take that out of the oven. Take that off the lid before you put it in the oven. So you're going to need three things: your cast iron, some kind of oil, and your handy dandy oven. And what you're going to do is quite simple. You're going to put this oil, you're just going to squeeze it on here. I'm not going to do this because I have to leave. I don't want to leave the oven on. You're just going to squeeze the oil a little bit, enough to spread with your hand across the surface. And then what you're going to do is just pop it in the oven. So it really is that simple. But there are a little bit of details that will make or break your success at seasoning. And the first detail is, what kind of oil should I use? Don't use coconut oil. Alright, you will fail with coconut oil. I suggest that you use a fragile oil, something that's very polyunsaturated. I'm using flax oil. It's a little bit pricey, but when the way it works is because it's so fragile that even if I left it out on the counter, that's enough heat to really break the oil apart and make it like nasty. So by using this and then putting it in the oven, it's now really breaking down all the bonds. The whole oil is like completely destroyed, and then when it cools off, it's going to form like a plastic sheet. It might even be before it cools off. So it's going to form this like plastic sheet on the pan that's going to make it non-stick, it's not going to rust, that kind of stuff. So, but if you use coconut oil, because it's a saturated fat, it's very stable, it's not going to break down, and it's just going to be like a layer of oil that's going to rub off. So don't mess with coconut oil when seasoning cast iron pans. And the other thing is, I turned the oven off. You have to heat the oven up really high and for a really long time. So 450 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour. And then after an hour, you just turn it off, let the pans cool down, and then you can do with them what you will. If you're seasoning something for the first time, you're probably going to have to do like 10 coats. So it's going to be like a weekend affair. You can season something probably for about 3 or 4 times, do 3 or 4 layers in one day by just turning on the oven, getting it to 500 degrees, rubbing it down, put it in there, leave it for an hour. Once it's been an hour, turn it off, it'll cool down, you'll be able to do it again and again and again, like 4 times. So if you're first seasoning something, you're honestly going to have to take 10 coats just to get a good layer. But I'll stop there. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, shoot me a message, subscribe, and let me know how it goes. Deuces.